My name is Alexis Calla, and I am the Chief Investment Officer of the Standard Chartered Bank.
I'm Sanjna. I lead Refinitiv Labs in Asia.
Even if we thought we knew what we wanted, the Refinitiv Lab came and said, hey, can we challenge you a little bit more? You have an interesting plan. Could we try to do better? Could we be, maybe a little less incremental?
I guess for us, what was really crucial was the openness in your team to be open, willing, and to invest that sort of time and energy alongside us, which was really crucial to make this happen.
Usually when you talk about co-creation and those kind of ways of working, you always think about small company. And here you have two pretty large companies, trying to do co-creation like two small teams. Absolutely. And I think, looking back, that's what was really powerful actually, when you got two large organizations changing their ways of working and suddenly, getting this agility, somehow, and that a very collaborative, ways of working. So again, smoother than I anticipated, far less bureaucracy than could have been feared at the time. Don't be afraid to ask, don't be afraid to challenge. When we first actually, went to Refinitiv, we wanted to do something that is slightly different from what most people do. The idea is that instead of, getting your data into our system, said, can we bring our data into your system?
Which is brilliant.
And that's not usually the way you do it. And we said, why would they say yes, actually, And actually, surprisingly, they said yes. So again, don't be afraid to ask, and see where that could take you.
Because we do this as our day job in many ways, not taking anyone or anybody's current level of understanding as a proxy of the problem of real users has just become so much as a part of how we operate. And it's perhaps one of the most challenging pieces to sit down with experts and explain to them that, hey, there is value in spending time to involve users, not just from building something relevant for them, but the sense of ownership that we create with them when they actually have to use that product on a day-to-day basis.
It's all about, listen, ask, listen, and avoid telling any things. But at the same time, as much as you need to get that information, you need to make sure sometimes you filter. And you develop a process where you said, okay, let's try that, let's stop there, and before moving to the next phase, let's just make sure, we consolidate what we've been hearing from people. So it's a delicate balance, but I think that's the secret in stakeholder management.
Being 100% clear on what's success going to look like, because at the end of it, when you're trying to push boundaries, there is an element of uncertainty in there. And just being clear that these are the assumptions that we are making, this is the approach that we are going to take, and we might fail in the process, but these would be the successful outcomes, such that we are in a position to measure that. So just being very articulate and open about that process has really helped us.
In the old days, if you remember, it would be the wisest who would tell you what to do. So you would design, a big plan, you would have plenty of requirement coming from your experience and everything. And then usually the younger people would say, that's interesting, but not really the way we should do it. But they had no voice. If you want to be successful, that give them the voice. Okay, make sure they talk.
When you're kicking something new and you want to push the boundaries, the mantra of get out of the way was never true enough. I mean, senior stakeholders are very important and relevant in kicking off projects, but at the end of it, you should allow and trust the on-ground team to be in a position to execute, have pace, while you keep the right touch points.